Today we will be going over ways to help your schedule seem a little less stressful. Balancing work, a family, and home can be difficult, but that doesn't mean it has to be a stressful, headache-giving process. We're going to form a goal that is centered towards lessening stress on a personal that will help you take the load off of your shoulders. First, we're going to start with an icebreaker game called Never Have I Ever. This game is really simple. You just put up 10 fingers. I ask you 10 questions, and if you have done this procedure or this particular thing, then you just take one finger down. And the person who has the most fingers up at the end is the winner. Okay. First question. Never have I ever been so overwhelmed by my schedule that my schedule overlapped. Nobody? You've had things to run over. You might have missed an appointment because you mixed it with something else.
So you put that down?
Yes, you put that finger down if that's happened.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Next, number 2. Never have I ever felt like giving up and walking away from everything. Number 3. Never have I ever been so stressed I took my stress out on someone else. Okay. Number 4. Never have I ever gotten so stressed I mixed up appointments. Okay. Number 5. Never have I ever overslept on the day of an important event. Okay. Never have I ever been at work and couldn't focus on what I was supposed to be doing for something else that was on my mind. Oh goodness. Okay. Never have I ever wanted to scream because I was stressed out. I think we're going to have a tie. Never have I ever organized my thoughts by priority. Never have I ever lost the balance between my social, family, and work life. And number 10, never have I ever mixed up event times and dates. So currently, who has the most still up? 4, 3, 2, 1. So you win. Give her a hand.
She's young for herself. You had to wake up in the morning. That's why.
So the point of that game was just to simply see where the areas in your life stress you out the most and how you can improve on some things. Like the one about overlapping schedules. Just take a planner. I use a planner, and it's very easy. And plan out your weeks, your days, so that way you have it written down and it's something you can go back to and refer to. And it's not a matter of, oh, I forgot. Because when something's written down, it gives you something to look at, and it's something that you don't, I don't want to say lose, but it's easier to look at something and remember it than just try to remember it in your mind. So a planner is good for helping you with those overlapping and overwhelming thoughts. Our next activity is called How Well Do You Plan? And it's in your booklet. For each question, you're going to circle the number that best describes you. So I'll read the questions, and then on a scale of 1 to 5, we have 1 being never and 5 being always. Our first one says, how often do you plan in an effort to keep life from running out of control? 1 being never, 3 being sometimes, and 5 being always. Okay, our next one says, do you put daily plans on paper? 1 being never, 3 being sometimes, and again, 5 being always. Number 3, do you allow flexibility in your plans? Number 4, how often do you accomplish all you plan for a given day? Number 5, how often do you plan time for what matters most to you? And the last one, how often is your daily plan destroyed by urgent interruptions?
They switched the numbers. They switched the numbers around.
Oh, wow.
Okay. So now take the numbers that you have from these questions and add them up. And so, now there's an interpretation based on the score that you made. If you made between a 6 and a 10, you're a terrible planner. You should consider using new tools and processes to help you plan effectively. A great first step would be to take a time management course. If you scored between 11 to 15, you're a below average planner. You may already have a planning system, but using it more effectively will help to reduce the stress and lack of control you feel in your life. If you score between a 16 and 20, you're an average planner. Your planning system is working, but you can do better. You may need help focusing on priorities, dealing with urgent interruptions, or writing your daily plan. If you score between a 21 and a 25, you're an above average planner. Your planning system is working well. Keep up the good work. With periodic reviews to be sure you're planning around what matters most in your life. Prioritize. If you scored between a 26 and a 30, you're an excellent planner or candidate for burnout. You have mastered planning and should experience the serenity that comes from taking charge of your life. But make sure you're in control of your planning rather than letting it control you. Some 5 successful tips for time management would be: 1, set specific academic and personal goals. These are just simple things that help you take charge and focus on something that you can look forward to. If you have something to look forward to, it becomes easier to work towards it instead of just feeling like I'm working, but what am I working for? Number 2, create a term calendar recording major events. If you have a calendar that records all the major events, it's easier to keep up with them. Instead of having something just written down on a piece of paper, you actually can see it and it's all stretched out and planned out, which makes it easier on you and it's easier to keep up with. Number 3, create a weekly schedule of your classes, labs, drills, meetings, etc. Those things are just, again, helping you to feel less stressed out. Because the main goal in time management is to be able to achieve all of your goals, but achieve them without being stressed. Number 4, decide on specific times to work on each course or assignment or goal that you have. If you plan out your time, it's even easier because then you don't just have a goal, you have goals set for different times because you may have an event to go to or something. But there's always something that you can plan and put a time aside for that will make it a lot less easy. Number 5, make a to-do list for each day the night before or during breakfast. A to-do list is very important and very helpful in life. Believe me, because sometimes you have so much going on that you feel, I can't do all of this. But if you have a to-do list, you're able to go down the list. Okay, I did this, I did this, I did this. And then at the end of the day, you can look back and see, okay, I may not have accomplished this, but I did accomplish the 6 other things on my list. And it helps you to feel accomplished. Now we're going to go to what we spoke about with the goal setting earlier. So I'm going to pass out sheets of paper. And on this sheet of paper, you're going to have one main goal, whether it be for the week, whether it be for the month, or even for the year. And then next to that goal, you're going to write 6 steps you can take to achieve it. Now this could be a personal goal, a work goal, school goal. It could be any goal that you feel that right now is important in your life and the steps to achieve it. Wait. Like, for example, my goal since I'm a senior in high school is to graduate high school with a 4.0 GPA. So steps I would be able to take to achieve that would be keeping my grades in my classes a 95 or higher, taking an hour per class to study. If you need extra help, go to tutoring in the mornings. and different things like that that I know I could stay on top of getting to that goal.